Hey everybody. So, sitting here making some jewelry, and I wanted to discuss a few things with you guys while I am doing this because it's near and dear to my heart, and I don't like drama, right? I don't like pettiness. I don't like a lot of bullshit, confusion, none of that. I know in the past I've dealt with it. I've been through it. Y'all seen me snap out. Y'all seen me like lose it behind certain individuals that was fucking with me for no reason, right? And this video is not about nobody fucking with me because nobody's bothering me. Let me put that out there now and say that because my tone would be very different if that was the case, right? What I do want to say is that there's a lot of discourse in our community right now, right? I feel like at this point, we all had one goal. For those of y'all that don't know, um, we've been fighting for over 3 years. When I say we, me and certain residents. A lot of people wasn't on board with what we had to say about Tiffany Henyard, right? Most of y'all didn't want to hear the shit. Nobody. And it was discouraging, but we kept fighting, right? If y'all look through Dolton politics over the years since Dolton politics started, everybody that was part of that group was Tiffany Henyard team, damn near. Everybody. It's funny because I see people come up and they be like, she's so stupid, I can't stand her, blah, blah, this. But it's the same people that fought really hard saying that she's not a thief and that she's not doing this and that she's not doing that. When in fact, they was fucking wrong, if that makes sense. Now, I'm glad that they finally saw the light. You know, it took a lot of us like really showing them facts before they came to the light, but they came over. Most of the people, they came over. You know, I watched Jazz live, and one of the things he said that struck a chord with me was, and not in a good way, that Tiffany is now saying that most of the people that she had on her team has flip-flopped on her, and that really hurts her feelings. Now, I'm gonna just rewind a little bit because anybody that knows my story, the same shit happened to me when I got sick, right? I lost all of my friends, pretty much. Like the ones that's local that I really fuck with, like really heavy, lost all of them. I don't know why life has a way of doing that, but life for me for a long time. Most people don't understand that. Like, my life was very fucking hard. Then you gotta imagine going through 4 brain surgeries. Not just regular surgeries, 4 brain surgeries. Your head is open every fucking time. You know, I lost my forehead. I have screws in my head. It's all type of shit that's going on in me. A lot of people don't know about because, well, you might know. Because if you ask me, I'll tell you what's going on with my medical history. It's not a secret. I have 2 tumors that came back, so I still have tumors in my head. Um, I did my radiation, completed my radiation April the 19th. Remember, that was the day that Tiffany subpoenas came down. So, you know, that was a day of praise for me because the day I rung the bell was the day the feds fucking gave her them subpoenas. So that was a victory for me. Nobody ever understand how happy I was when the feds came in and gave her ass those subpoenas. But back to what I was saying. You know, she sad and upset because a lot of people have actually conscious. How are you mad because motherfuckers don't want to steal with you again? You understand what I'm saying? And that's like, Me having a gang of y'all and we robbing houses and shit, selling drugs, whatever. We trying to take over like really Nino Brown type shit. And then now motherfuckers like, listen, G, I got enough money, I'm done. I ain't doing this shit no more. Like, basically, this is too much. It's heavy on my heart. We stealing from residents that don't deserve this treatment. And now your feelings is hurt because I just dropped the beat. Because nobody wants to steal with you again. Funny shit, right? I just say that to say that number one, until Tiffany actually do the right thing, her life is going to forever be a downward spiral, right? We can't focus on Tiffany because we are almost at election time. Her 4 years is just about over. Like, if y'all know how hard we've been fighting for these last 4 years almost, and how much we've been through over these last 4 years. You know, the funny part is Keith Price. Keith Price was a good friend of mine at some point, right? His daughter and my daughter was best friends in high school. I was that mama outside that when, I believe it was his daughter that got jumped on in that house, my daughters and all of them went and beat the other kids. You know, they all fighting and shit because they didn't let that shit happen to her. When they called me, none of the other, no, his wife wasn't out there, but me and my sister was out there, hoodies, whatever, ready to fight. Why? For the kids. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, I've always been this person. Like, I don't phony kick it. Like, I'm loyal to no fault. So if the kids call me, whatever, I'm going to be out there to help, because one thing I don't play is that bullying shit and that jumping on shit. And that situation was ridiculous. So let me get back to what I was saying. So I don't understand how he's so ride or die for Tiffany when he really knows that this shit is just a matter of time before everything falls. You give up your whole political career for her. I don't know what the fuck she got on Keith Price. Don't even think about asking, because it's really not my concern. It's just funny that you are always Team Tiffany. You always on her side. And to the point where you would even lie to the judge and say that you're an elected official. And I've never seen you on the ballot that I voted on. Never. Just never seen him. Like, and I used to support him trying to be an alderman in Harvey. I used to share his shit, you know, ask people to vote for him, all of that, because I really thought that Keith Price was a good person. Come to find out, he just like all the other sleazeball politicians. He ain't shit. He loyal to Tiffany because everybody that he helped, everybody that he supported, never gave him a job. His loyalty comes from that paycheck, because Tiffany put him in office in that supervisor seat. But what Tiffany don't know is Keith wasn't even on your team. So many people got inboxes from Keith when you was first running and all of that shit, even when you and him was kind of semi-cool before you gave him that job. He was trying to help us get your ass out of that seat, because he was saying, technically, by law, you're not supposed to be the supervisor and the mayor. We see why now, because the mayor has too many events in her own city and doesn't pay for the events that she hosts. So y'all gotta understand that. She has a lot of free events in the city of village of Dolton, not city. Lord, I just heard somebody else call it the city of Dolton. My bad. It's the village of Dolton. And that's not right for the residents. That's not right for the police department. That's not right for public works. You know, it's just a whole list of people that it's not right for her. But how can she do it? Because she's the mayor and she's the supervisor. This is the main reason. I'm just gonna get off target about Chris Clark. I mean, this video is not about Chris Clark, but I just want to say that a lot of people say don't say his name, but you got to say his name for people to understand that he's running for township supervisor. And if that man get into that seat, that man is bringing along trustees with him that are not trustworthy. We cannot allow another mayor to hold a supervisor seat because they have too much power and they abuse it. This is the truth. Everybody that have that big power, they go and abuse it. And we are tired of footing bills for crooked ass politicians. I know a lot of people are like, well, what do you know? I know enough. I know a fucking enough to know that we have to stop this shit. Because if we let it continue, ain't none of us gonna be living like we want to live. Put it that way. Y'all understand how much money this wretched ass girl just spent on just food and shit? How much shit she's trying to get the trustees to approve for the Thornton Township? Do y'all understand that the General Assistance Fund is like her piggy bank? Because she can spend what she wants. We can't stop her from spending that money. And she's spending it. Y'all gotta understand, all of these illegal appointments that she's been doing is not in the best interest of nobody but her. It's like Steve said, it's for her protection. And it's sad because what about us residents that are supposed to put you back into that seat? You understand what I'm saying? So let me get back to the topic at hand. My irritation comes from meeting so many people that's disingenuous, right? If everybody know what I've been through with friends and all type of shit, one thing I don't need and don't want is people around me that's fake as fuck. I'm just gonna say it like that. And I've met quite a few people that are fake as fuck, that flip-flops. And it's just sad because what point are you proving? I've had a resident that I really thought was near and dear and like so cool. Come to find out, it's like she went back and was Team Tiffany, and then now I think she against Tiffany again. With the other, the cuckoo bird, I don't even want to say her name, the T girl, Downs, whatever the fuck her last name is. She, another one. I don't even understand her stance or position in this race. It's just like a lot of back and forth. If you Team Tiffany and you really don't want to listen to what nobody else has to say, stay being Team Tiffany. It's quite okay. Because understand, I'm making an eyeglass holder. So y'all just ignore me. I need one for my glasses because my glasses keep sliding off my face. The one I had on, I got new lenses. Anyway, so, you know, she have a lot of people that flip-flop on her. A lot of people. I think when she can't pay them like she's supposed to pay them, they flip. Then when she can, they come back. I don't know. Starting from the beginning, Sherry is one of the main ones that kept this fight going. When I got sick, I got really sick in the beginning. And when Tiffany started stealing in June, well, July, for the 4th of July parade, that's when we all knew that she was on bullshit, right? So, in case y'all don't know my history with Dolton, been a resident of Dolton for 34 plus years. I've always been around the community. Anybody that know me know that I worked at bars. I worked at Club O as a manager for the single girls, and I worked at Public League as a bartender. Um, so I've always been in the community, sort of say. I went to Thornton Township High School. Um, Real big on if they need help for anything, I try and go up there and help. Um, it's just that when this whole fight started, I didn't know I was sick. I didn't know I had a tumor. So I was fighting against corruption until I couldn't fight anymore. I had my first surgery in November of 2022. My second surgery was December of 2022. My third surgery was February of 2023. And my fourth surgery was May of 2023. So you got to understand, I had a lot of downtime where I couldn't even be active because of me going through surgeries, me going through rehab, me just healing. It's like I couldn't see for some time. A lot of people don't know. My eyesight was fucking horrible. Like, horrible. Like, to the point where I thought I was going to be blind for the rest of my life. Like, that's how bad my eyesight was. That's how, when I saw lights, all of that shit. So, I went through some real shit. I say that to say that throughout the whole ordeal, I was still fighting for justice with Tiffany Henyard. I met Sherry through Jason's house because Jason had an event and he introduced Sherry to me. Because what most people don't know is Vivian was fighting on her own for justice. Ask Jason. I was fighting and I was cussing everybody out because I knew what she was doing was wrong. And if nothing else, I'm going to put on for my city and stand up for her. So therefore, my house is always going to be my house in Dolton. Even if I don't live in that house, that's my business out of that house. That's my house. So therefore, Dolton is always going to be my city. People have to understand that I would never allow a politician to just come in and start stealing money from my family. First and fucking foremost, people know me. No, I don't fucking play about my daddy, right? Anybody that's seen me in action know Vivian don't play with her about her father because she will go the fuck off. Like, that's me. I'm a Leo, yes. I'm hard-headed, stubborn, just like everybody say. So don't play with me when it comes to my family. I have an auntie that lives inside of Dolton. I have cousins that live in Dolton. So it's like, why are you stealing from us? And then you're stealing to the point where it's so visible. So back to what I was saying, Sherry. I was introduced to Sherry from Jason. Sherry welcomed me and put me into a group. I'm not gonna tell you guys the name of it because it's a private group. Still in the group. Oh, sorry. So with that being said, that's how we met. Sherry never stopped fighting for justice. Never. Throughout all of my surgeries, she never stopped fighting. Her, Dan Lee, Miss Thelma, Miss Mary, and Miss Valerie. They never stopped fighting for justice. When I met Dr. Nikita, didn't even know her stance, but I responded to a post on Tiffany's post because this was before Tiffany had me blocked. And Nikita said, hey, sis, inbox me and we can talk about it. Now, mind you, this was a week before she actually left Henyard due to Henyard's abusive ways. But I went and I inboxed Dr. Nikita and I let her know that, this is what we're fighting for. And this is what she's doing. And she listened. She heard me out. She didn't argue with me. She didn't give me rebuttals. None of that shit. She sat there. She listened. And she was like, you know what? Thank you for reaching out. I'm going to contact you back. And I'm going to get back with you. She said she was going to look into it. She did. A week later, she quit and left Tiffany ass. So, from that perspective, I just want y'all to know that there's some good people out here that are truly, truly fighting for what's right. When she left, she joined the team. Everybody probably know what she went through with Henyard as well. That's why I said when Henyard say that all of her people left her and it hurts her feelings now, I don't think she has feelings. Because I know I don't. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Nobody do. At the end of the day, if it ain't my way, it ain't nobody's way. So I really don't give a fuck. So with that being said, she saw the light of what Tiffany was going through. Let me tell y'all something. I am so glad. I'll say that when my eyesight is horrible. That Tiffany was not my boss, because I would have lost my job. Anybody that knows Vivian Allen and knows Vivian Allen at work will tell you that Vivian Allen doesn't fucking play and she don't take bullshit. They will tell you that. Like, anybody that's ever worked with me, they know that I'm not the one that you gonna come and I can't deal with toxic work environments. Any toxic work environments I worked in, I've quit. Because you're not about to play with me for free or for this little paycheck when I know that everything that I do when I go to work, I go above and beyond, if that makes sense. So even like with Henyard, I would have never lasted working with her. Never. I would have probably made it to the first day or two. And then I would have been out of there. I say that to say that there's some really good residents that I've met in this journey. Everybody have a difference of opinion. Everybody have a different focus, but everybody's objective is Tiffany Henyard, if that makes sense. I don't understand all of the arguing, the bickering back and forth, all of that bullshit, because we're losing focus and we're losing traction on what the real goal is, and that's to get her ass out of that seat. I don't like that people are bickering, calling names, doing all this extra shit when there's no real reason to, if that makes sense. It's just like, what are you gaining from trying to put somebody on blast? I don't like that. I just spoke up about that the other day on, I don't know if y'all watched the podcast that I did with Owasu, which he was a Dolton resident. He grew up in Dolton with me, But I can't deal with it because it's so counterproductive. Because who are we really helping when we fighting each other and we all trying to do the same objective? Now, I will say this, and I'm going to inbox Jed too to let him know. I'm one of the admins of Dolton Politics. He spoke on Dolton Politics, and I just feel like we are doing what we need to do because we have to make sure that the information that we are sharing is not spread. Dumb politics is for every fucking body, right? So when we started our subgroups are for us to make sure that the certain information that we are sharing stays within that group. That way we are getting things done and we're getting things handled that other people are not focusing on. Like sending out the call to action letters for William Moore. Who the fuck want him still super volunteering for Village of Dolton? Nobody, right? So we are sending out letters to the Attorney General's office and we're getting things done. We're creating traction. We're doing stuff that Jed is not going to sit down and focus on that. You understand what I'm saying? Because Jed has another platform and agendas that he's working on doing. He's dealing with Fania. So I don't understand how us having a group and him not being well, first off, let me tell you this. The reason why, and I can show y'all the list of everybody that's waiting. It's a whole bunch. We stopped allowing people in the group, period, because it got infiltrated. And we don't want to deal with people trying to be in the group that are not supposed to be in the group. So we had to slow down on allowing people in the group. No shade to nobody. We're not even approving posts right now in that group. So people have to understand it don't have shit to do with who you are. It has shit to do with we're doing a vetting process. Like you said, it's 400 and something people in that group. Of course, if you got a fake profile, you probably is in there. That's the reason why we have to stop it. Because there's too many fake profiles in there that's going back, giving Tiffany the information of what we're doing. We're trying to work behind the scenes and keep our shit as low-key as possible because we want to make sure that we do our part to help with Dolton as well. The thing about Dolton Politics is everybody thought we was trying to be Dolton Politics. We don't want to be Dolton Politics. They just called it Dolton Politics because it's just shit is just like all politics. It's like a fucking shit show. It's like a fucking a game or something. So that's why we call it politics. It has to do with Dolton. We do deal with township issues as well, but Tiffany Henyard is the mayor of Dolton first and foremost, and then she was appointed as the supervisor of Thornton Township. Y'all like my... Woohoo! I know y'all probably don't understand this yet, but this is going to help my glasses stay on and stay tight. Yay! Okay, sorry. So, Dolton Politics. We're in that group because we care. We don't want drama. We just want results. So like when we email people and when we do stuff like that, we're doing it because we're trying to help get results for us residents. So everybody that's in there are part of the team that helps write shit. Damn, I got on these socks, y'all. I just had to pull them down, but you see this? These are my medical socks. I mean my, the fuck you call that? Socks that help my blood circulate. But that shit is too tight on my legs right now. So, that's the thing about Dolton Politics. As far as who can enter, who can't enter, I actually can approve anybody that I want to approve, but I don't want to approve anybody right now because we have to, it's 430 some people in there and we haven't vetted all of them properly because it's 4 admins, and between 4 admins, 4 people was just approving, not even looking at how many years they've been on Facebook. What's their political stance? Why are we accepting this person? That's a lot of shit that y'all don't see that go into groups. And if this group is trying to do better for Dolton, understand that we have to slow it down and vet the people that's in there because we trying to do the right thing for the people. So I just want to say that, Sherry, I'm sorry, your name has been dragged. You have done so much for Dolton, so much for Dolton, that you know I praise you every chance I get because you've done so much for me. Like, most people don't know, I had some issues. Sherry was the only one that was there for me. I couldn't drive at that time when I was looking to move. She took me back and forth everywhere I needed. She wouldn't even take gas money from me because she was just being a friend. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people think that everybody have their own agendas and their own motives, but it's really not that. The funny part about fighting this fight is we've been doing it for 3 fucking years, right? 3+ years. So most of the people that's coming in now, you know, everybody want to have something to say. That's the most discouraging part of it all. Because people are saying, well, you should do this, or y'all should do that. Why is the trustees not doing this? Why is the trustees not doing that? Where have you been 3 years ago? You don't know what the fuck was done and what the fuck not was done because you are not local. You don't come to the meetings. So how could you know what the trustees have done, what they have not done? It's very discouraging when you have outsiders that really want to run your town when the trustees have done a tremendous job. When I say hands down, tremendous, on curbing this bitch corruption. If I can't say nothing else, I can say that anybody that's trying to run and oppose them, where were you when all of this shit was happening? It's still happening. Where are you? Because nobody that's opposing Tiffany is coming saying, well, I'm tired of her. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. I understand that y'all want to do this, but this is what I want to do as well. Nobody is saying that. Everybody is, oh, the trustees this, the trustees that. You know why? Because they're fucking plants. I told y'all that when I sat at the polls with fucking, with her fake ass chief, Ronnie Burge. I sat at the polls with that nigga the whole day. So again, people are like, well, who are you? I'm somebody that knows a lot of shit that happened up until this point. I'm a person that's been fighting for over fucking 3 years. And I have a lot of input that I can put into this situation. I'm just tired of the bickering and the fighting back and forth. Tired of it. Because at the end of the day, how's it helping? Okay, so we have somebody that wants to be part of a group that we have a block on. Like, this is an admin to sit, and mind you, I'm on Facebook group punishment. People don't know that. So I can't post in none of these fucking groups. Only thing I can do is like and love shit. Other than that, I can't post, I can't respond, I can't do or say shit because I'm on punishment. So with that being said, with my punishment, it stops me from saying a lot of bullshit because I be seeing stuff now that I normally don't see. Y'all gotta understand that I'm a nice person, but I'm also the biggest asshole you'll ever meet. So you get the sweet part of Vivian, or you get the ignorant side of Vivian. Y'all done seen me in action, and that's not for TV, that's not for show, that's for real life. Like, I don't like stupid shit. I don't like people fucking with me. I don't like being fucked with, and I do react to people, and when I get petty, it's hard for me to stop. Ask anybody. When I get super fucking petty, oh, it's hard to shut me the fuck up. Because I shut everybody down. And one thing about, you can ask any of my friends, I don't give a fuck. I'll fight the whole group. One on all me. I'll take them all on. Because at the end of the day, I don't fuck with people. I don't. I stay in my own lane. Now that I get high a lot, I try and be mellow. I try and calm down. Let me sit down. Let me take care of my health. Do what I need to do. And I try and leave motherfuckers alone. But then you have people like Tiffany Henyard that always send people for me. Why? Y'all not gonna win. I'm not gonna shut the fuck up. You literally will have to shut me up in order to get me to be quiet, because I'm not. You know how much pain and trauma I done been through? There ain't a motherfucker on this earth that scared me. I'm gonna tell you that. The only thing that I worry about is being incarcerated and I got a fucking prosthetic forehead. Because I can't really fight bitches in jail. I'm just saying. Like, that's the only thing that scares me. It's like being locked up. And then I don't like women, so I'm not about to go to jail and be subjected to bitches all day. Because I had enough friends that, oh my God, just not being friends with all of them females alone is like a stress reliever. Do you know how many lives I was living? That's another story for another day. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Tiffany has to be stopped. All of us residents, like I say again, Sherry, Dan Lee, Miss Stubbs, Mary, Miss Thelma, Alicia, like we all have been, because Paul, Miss Jennifer, like we all have been consistent going to the meetings, Fania, and doing what we need to do from our point of view on helping. People got to understand that this is not a popularity contest. First off, I never needed a crowd. If anybody knows Vivian, they know that motherfucker don't need a crowd to walk up onto somebody and have some shit to say. Because even when I was out with people and friends and shit, if I had something to say to somebody, hey, sis, come over here. Let me talk to you for a second. I'm going to bring you to the side because I don't want to do it in front of my friends and I don't want to do it in front of your friends, but we finna have this talk. That's just how I always been. Nobody really put fear in my heart. Never have. I don't think they ever will. It's not much you can say about me that's going to hurt my feelings. You have to do something to me. And you have to make it something like a forceful blow, like something to my kids or some shit. And then you don't want to do that. The fuck? Let me stop. You don't. Nobody wants to do that. Because once Mama Bear gets out of, it's war. So, I'm just replying to a lot of the bullshit that's just going on in our community. And I needed to stop. I feel like we've come so fucking far. And unless you've been fighting the fight this whole entire time, You have no right to talk about any residents that have been doing this for 3+ years. I just feel like nobody has a right to say anything about any residents that have been sticking to what they've been trying to say or put out for the last 3 years. We done fought every fucking body in Dolton politics. I saw a lady, Miss Rosie. Me and her used to go at it. I think I still got her blocked on Facebook. Because when I was going through my searches, at some point, I was just like, you know what, it's too stressful because this bitch is just, I'm sorry, you're not a bitch. That's what I was thinking at that time. So now she's Clean House 2025. That's a lot of people that are on board with Clean House 2025. Let me tell y'all something. Jason is like my bro. Everybody knows that I've known Jason since I was 10 years old. When Tiffany says she grew here, well, what the fuck did we do? We was like, if you grew here, we didn't fly here. So what year did she move to Dolton? Because I don't think she was here before us. Your family might have been here, but I don't think she was here before us. I don't think she went to a grammar school in 5th grade in Dolton. Because I did. I went to Roosevelt Elementary, District 148. Where did she go? I know she went to high school out here. She might have went to 8th grade. But we were here before her. And the disrespect of her just telling us that we not from here or we flew here makes no sense. Who is she talking to? She had to be talking to Kiana or maybe Tammy, because I don't know if they went to grammar school out here. But Brittany went to high school with her. So she can't be talking about Brittany because Brittany grew here too. So I just want us to come to terms with each other. I think that we almost at the finish line. Clean House 2025. Definitely gonna be helping volunteering. Definitely are gonna be asking for votes for Jason because I believe that they did the work. And his 8 years is up as a trustee. We need to make sure that he can continue to do the work. Right now, the fire department got their actual contracts. They were happy. Do y'all know how excited they were about them contracts? Do y'all know that this bird brain tried to take them to court to try and rescind their contracts? And she lost. Because the trustees helped them get their contract. That's all. She didn't do it. She wanted everybody else to get their contract. The police department, the public works. But she didn't want the fire department to get their contracts. And they have been working without a contract for years. Do y'all know what type of work they do as firefighters? Not saying that police are not as equally important. But the firefighters are the first responders. So why wouldn't you want to make sure that they are whole and taken care of? They have families. They were going to doctor appointments and not being able to be seen. That's some bullshit. So again, I am super happy that they got their contract and she wasn't able to take it back away. Because that's what she tried to do. But nobody sees like the pettiness behind her or the evilness behind her. She has destroyed so many families. People ask me, why do I fight? That's why. It's a mother out there whose daughter, Alexis Wilson, was shot and killed by Dolton police July 27th, the day after my birthday, 2021. She'll never be the same. Never be the same. You got Fania, who was sexually assaulted by Andrew Holmes. She'll never be the same. Then you have other people saying, well, she did this at work and she did that. Who gives a flying fuck? I don't give a fuck if she fucked everybody, including Tiffany. She did not give him permission to touch her. So for you to say that she was promiscuous, that has nothing to do with her being assaulted. I'm just sick of the discourse in our network. We have everybody that's trying to work together for the same goal, but then they're fighting and bickering amongst each other for notoriety. That's what I believe. I believe everybody knows that when this is over, that it's going to be some deals in the work for a lot of people. And everybody wants their place in the movie. Because it's going to be something. It's going to be speaking towards everything. Because this is major and this is history in the works. Like, in the works for real. Like, we have helped change the way government is run forever. I got so many people. People don't even understand this. Excuse me, my legs is killing me. Whew. I get so many people that come up to me and just talk to me about the temperature in Dolton. My kids, my daughter don't be outside with me. My son, let me say my kid, because my daughter, she's never gone with me. She doesn't mess with me in public. But when me and my son is out, and you know I'm local, so I'm at Walgreens, go to grocery stores local, Sam's Club, Calumet City, whatever. People come up to me all the time. I had one kid come up to me and I was just crying and happy to meet me. I had another gentleman, young kid, fresh in college, not out, that was just talking to me about what I'm doing for Dolton and how respectful he is of what I've done so far. And it's like, all I've done is stand up for the people. Even like the mayor of Markham. I didn't even know he knew who I was. Met him going to the slutty vegan or whatever. Because they're planning on putting one in Markham. So me and Brittany went up there. And he said something to me. Because I knew his face. But I didn't know like exactly what his name was. So I'm like, let me not say nothing. But he said something to me. So it's just like, I'm not doing this because I want people to know who I am. Because most folks don't understand. I really get nervous around people when people come up to me because I don't know who the fuck they is. I know people like, she probably apprehensive. I'm very fucking apprehensive. People gotta understand, I've been through trauma. A lot of trauma. So it's weird when people that I don't know come up to me because I don't know who's my fucking enemy. Y'all gotta realize that I got real enemies in these streets too. Real bitches that can't stand me. A lot of them. So with my real enemies and motherfuckers who fuck with them, I don't know who the people that are really coming up to me to love on me, or all these people coming up to me to try and fuck me up. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, it's not easy. And then I try and, make sure that I'm talking to people and there for the community because I don't want to seem like an asshole. But at the same time, it's just like, who is this person? I get nervous. I have been through a lot of trauma. So my anxiety is through the fucking roof. I was talking to another friend, and she used to tell me about how she had anxiety attacks. And it never dawned on me that I've always had anxiety. I just never paid attention to it. But now that I've had my surgeries and been through what I've been through, my anxiety is way worse. Like, I hyperventilate sometimes, breathing problems. That's why I have to smoke most of the time, or I'm fucked. So I just say that to say that I feel like Dolton has become a drama. That's the easiest way to say it. It's become a drama. And you have people that are saying the same thing, fighting the same fight, but fighting against each other. If I have a group and you have a platform and we happen to not accept you in that group, why go in on the other people that's in that group? Because now you have Howard Smith getting threats, death threats, from followers of said person that is mad because we stopped letting everybody in the group. It wasn't just you. It's everybody. We know that it's people pending, but we're trying to vet this process the right way. That's it. So we stopped allowing people in. I just sent them a message. I'm going to show y'all so people can understand how ignorant this is. Because I just sent them a message the other day to the group. And, hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to find it. But we talk so much in our group chat. But anyway, I sent them a message and let them know, hey, we got a lot of people pending. I said, but myself, because I don't know who none of these motherfuckers is. I'm be real honest. If you ask Sherry, if you ask anybody else, they be telling me, and they be saying names. I was in HR for so long. Then I've had 4 brain surgeries, so names is just not my biggest. Like, I remember faces before I remember fucking names. So looking at people's names and their profiles and shit, that shit just doesn't do it for me, because I can't vet you that way. We were told to stop. Well, we all made a decision to stop allowing anybody else. We haven't even approved posts. It's so many posts that's pending, and people thinking that we being shady to them and we acting funny, but we are trying to keep the same narrative in that group. So it's certain things that we feel like should be shared in Dolton politics and not Dolton politics, because we're trying to keep it streamlined. It's just a group that we're trying to keep streamlined to help make sure that we can do what we can do to help get her out, help get the super volunteers out. If anybody else that come up that needs to be handled with, then we would do that too. Y'all got to give us grace, because this shit ain't easy. Everybody has an opinion and has an idea and has a attitude for what? Like, fuck. I don't get it. I don't like it, and I don't get it. And I like everybody until you show me why I don't like you. Then once I don't like you, I'm not going to phony kick it with you, and I'm not going to speak with you. There's certain residents that I'll go the other way. Anybody knows Vivian knows that if I don't fuck with you, I'm gonna look you dead in your eye and I'm not gonna say shit. I've always been me since I was a fucking kid. So you can ask anybody about me and they'll tell you the same thing. That crazy motherfucker. Yes, that's me. I've been crazy since I was a kid. I always been a fighter. I always talk my shit. And I ain't backing down from no motherfucking body. Even if you beat my ass, we still can fight again. I don't give a fuck. I ain't got my ass whooped. But I'm just saying, even if that would have happened or could happen. Like now, somebody might get me. I don't know. But you come for me, you better come correct. That's all I'm saying. Because, yeah, I've been through some shit. So just understand, I got some shit. So I don't play around with my safety. I got too many motherfuckers that been sending me target death threats and all type of shit. And that's what y'all gotta understand is that with us fighting this shit for all of these years, you know how many motherfucking threats I got? I'm going through radiation. This bitch having motherfuckers talking about they know where my hospital at. They gonna come get me. They gonna shoot my house up. They gonna come beat my whatever the fuck they was saying. When I'm going to my appointments, that I know you at Northwestern Hospital. It's not a secret that I go to Northwestern. But they knew, like before I would post that I'm at my radiation, that I'm at my radiation. They were sending me inboxes and shit. I have all of that shit still. It didn't scare me, but it put me on a high alert. I can promise you it put me on high alert. I can promise you that I had never got my concealed carry before my tumors because I always knew that I've always had a gun. People know I got 3 Glocks. Well, 2 Glocks, and then I got what the fuck is my other gun? I don't even know what it is. It's like a cute gun. It's a 9 though. I don't know where. Did I leave it in the kitchen? I might have left it in the kitchen. Anyway, I keep weapons on me. One thing you ain't gonna do is get the best of me. And if a guy come up to me, I know how to take his ass down too. I say that to say that we gotta do better. We just gotta do better, y'all. We're almost at the finish line. We have one goal, one focus. It's to get Henyard out of that mayor seat and get Henyard out of, not Henyard, Henyard. What I'm calling her Henyard for? That bitch ain't no Henyard. She a Henyard. Get Henyard out of that mayor seat and get Henyard out of that supervisor seat. We cannot allow Chris Clark and his cronies to get voted in because he's a Tiffany 2.0. So I know y'all see the shit he doing like to the residents on Myrtle, Miss Carlita Pool, and trying to force them to sell their house. They have 2 houses next to each other. One house was like a building. They've remodeled it and converted it into like a 6-bedroom home. Beautiful. Beautiful. Spacious. Like 2,700 square feet. And then the house next door is the one that her and her husband has, which is like 1,700 square feet. But they sitting in over an acre of land. How can you take somebody's generational wealth from them for what you think the value of their home is? Because she's not going to go anywhere else and get an acre of land with a 6-bedroom house and a 3 or 4 bedroom house, whatever, however the size her house is, anywhere in America for what Harvey was trying to force them to sell for. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. First off, the acre of land alone, you're not about to get that. And it's not like he's saying, okay, well, we know that you losing all of this land, so let me do this for you. He ain't saying that. But let me give you some land here. So we taking your acre, but you could take this acre. We'll give you this amount of money and you can build on it. He not saying that either. He's just saying, hey, take this check and figure it the fuck out. Just like he's been doing businesses. Y'all gotta understand, it's people that have paid for their liquor license and a business license. And this shit is about to expire again. And he have not issued shit. How? You got people that have thriving businesses that used to crack. And now you won't even issue them the necessary licenses they need in order to feed their families. Sound like Henyard, right? Yeah. Clark took a page out of her playbook, for sure. Actually, no, because this is second term. So I don't know, they neck and neck. Because she ain't getting a second term. I don't know who the fuck voted him back in. But whoever voted him back in, y'all getting all that y'all deserve. Let's see this next election. Because this is ridiculous. Anyway, I am not going to hold you guys any longer. I just wanted to get on here and say that we have to stay the course. All this petty bickering back and forth, YouTube beefs, all this bullshit is stupid. Because how is it helping? I keep falling asleep. How is it helping? It's not helping. So if it's not helping, why continue? Just ignore the motherfuckers. I just don't like people getting on live to have conversations about shit when they can inbox that person. Now, if it's some shit like with the Grace Levi, whatever the fuck her name was, I did message her, but she went on a whole rant, and I knew then that she wasn't competent enough to understand what she was doing and saying. So that's why I went on the live that I went on and addressed that issue. But even with the conscious person, whoever the fuck, the tarot card lady, she put out a post, but I see Dolton Politics deleted it, which was good. But I stand by what I said about her. She is a weird witchcraft lady. And you be trying to cast spells and do all kind of weird shit in the middle of the night. And like, anybody that's watched your live can verify that. I didn't lie on you. You mad? Why? And then you put my name out there like, you weird. The fuck? Who the fuck does witchcraft? You. What the fuck? I don't get it. Anyway, I just say that to say that we gotta do better. We don't have that much time left to make change. We have to make sure that we get Clean House 2025 into office and get Tiffany Henyard out of office. That is the goal. We have to make sure that that appointed seat, because bitch, nobody voted for you as a supervisor. You would not have gotten none of those votes. But that appointed seat that she in, that'll get snatched away. She really thinks that she's gonna run undefeated, and she really thinks that she has fans. Only thing we're a fan of is how you just keep doing stupid shit. So yeah, we are a fan of that. We're a fan of your stupidity. The fuck? I'm sorry, that's funny. Because she really thinks that people are fans of her. And she has to understand, nobody likes her. Like, nobody. Besides the people that on your team. Nobody fucks with you, Tiffany. Nobody. That's why everybody has flipped. Who loses a bank account in the village of Dolton and Thornton Township? Who? How do you lose a bank from 2 government offices? 2. Y'all like my fidget spinner? I sit around and play with a fidget spinner. Y'all might think I'm a little... This helps my anxiety. But who loses 2 government offices? I mean, bank accounts. How stupid ass. This is why we know that you're unfit for that seat and very unqualified and very uneducated. I don't care what the college say. I want to see your graduation pictures. If you graduated from a program and you did it early, who are the people that graduated with you? I just want to know that. Who graduated with you? Because somebody would be like, no, I graduated with her, and this is a picture of me and her. We took selfies on the stage. Like, ain't nobody stepping up for you, sis. Where your pictures at? If you post a graduation picture, I think that'll put everything else to rest. If you post a picture, because from what I hear, people look through your page and they don't see that. Like, I post my graduation pictures when I graduated. I got my associates at Moraine Valley. I got my bachelor's degree at Governor State. And I got my master's degree at Keller University. So I have 3 degrees. And I work very hard for those 3 degrees. So anybody that questions my accolades, I can actually show you my degrees. Her, not so much. Why she can't post it? Have anybody seen her graduation pictures? She can't spell, so I know she can't finish a program in half the period of time. There's no fucking way. I don't care how much crack she was smoking and the pills she was taking or whatever, because y'all know she owns something. She definitely owns something. And I'm not even going to say allegedly. I'm pretty sure that she's on something. Something in them water bottles. Something that she's swallowing. I don't know. What? She owns something. The fact that... she did that live the other day in that snow truck. Like, that was just the dumbest shit ever. Like, sis, like... your team didn't tell you that might not be a good idea. Y'all like my tattoo? Can you see it? It's my logo. And then this one. Says only the strong survive. Anyway. Tiffany, stop with the lives. You look very stupid. You sound very stupid. Nobody is a hater of you. We just hate your voice. I cracked myself up. I'm sorry. I'm gonna leave it alone. But you're stupid, and we really don't appreciate your lives. So if you just stop and just campaign, maybe that'll make things a little bit better for you or a little bit easier. But you don't have to go live all the time. I don't give a fuck who interview you. You get somebody with 7 million followers like you did with Roland Martin. If they're not asking the tough questions, if you're not answering them, actually giving the receipts, then we don't give a fuck. You get interviewed with Jesus. Like we care. You think one YouTuber is going to set you free? Girl, you sound stupid. You sound really stupid if you think that getting an interview from somebody on YouTube is going to make things better. That's why I come to the meetings and sit in the front row. I love looking at her stupid ass in the face and just laughing or turning my back on her when she got some mayor report stupid shit to say. And sis, yo, mayor reports. The fuck? You say the same shit every fucking meeting. Every meeting of mayor reports is the fucking same. Why don't you switch it up? I challenge you to do something different and switch it up. Because today, let me tell y'all something. I went with Senator Napoleon Harris up at Vegas Pizza, and I actually helped, pass out turkeys and hams today. We actually gave out turkeys and hams like we said we were going to do. while there, of course, the clerk was there, trustee Tammy Brown was there, and residents was calling Tammy. First off, her shit started so fucking late. It didn't start on time. You had Edward Steve said the line of cars was amazing. He said it was so many fucking cars out there. But she loved that because she wants to have like I guess like the optics to make it seem like, oh, everybody's just so poor and they need my free food. The bitch gave out chicken parts. She didn't even give turkey. She didn't get no cake mix. No Thanksgiving type food. She just gave out like regular food boxes for Thanksgiving. How? You said that you was giving out turkeys and ham. And you didn't give out turkeys and ham. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm sorry. That shit is funny to me though. Like, you got people in line for this bullshit. They could have just went to Aldi's and got that shit for like $13. They had to stand in line in the cold for all of that time. You came fucking late, only to get them some damn old ass food. Freezer burn ass turkey parts. Like, for real. Anyway, for everybody that missed the turkey giveaway today, they do have one Monday in Dolton at Free Indeed with Dr. Scott. And I need to reach out to see if she need help with distributing them. But other than that, I just want y'all to know that we just need peace. That's all we need is peace. Peace and love. We almost at the fucking finish line. It's so there. It's like right here, and then it's the finish line. 3 years, 3+ years we've been fighting. We just tired. And it's not even like, it's, you get to the last year and then it's just like dramatics, and it's so depressing. It's very depressing because people have real lives. So this is something that we choose to do outside of our normal lives. People don't know what other motherfuckers is going through and what other motherfuckers is dealing with. And we still have to take on this Tiffany shit. So for like the matriarchs that's been doing this since day one, it's not fair to them that they're being dragged. Because what do you want them to do? Just be quiet? It makes no sense. Once all of this is over, Dolton politics won't even probably exist anymore because there won't be much to do. So I'm just praying that peace comes about within the community. I'm just praying that everybody that is watching from out of town understand that we got this. Like, seriously, we got this. We just need to continue support. Donate to campaign Clean House 2025 if y'all can. And just keep watching us work because we've already did most of the work. The trustees have did an awesome job at blocking that bitch. Why would you even want to be mayor when you're not going to control the board? Does she understand that even if she did win, she would have like 4 years of no. Because once Stan and Andrew shit is up, well, Andrew can't run again anyway. But Stan, ain't nobody about to vote his ass back in. He a flip-flopper. And I said it. I never liked Stan anyway, so I don't give a fuck. He's a flip-flopper. Keith Price's career is over. I don't understand Michael Smith, but I'm glad that he lost his job. And if he get a job at another school, I'm going to be right there to write letters so he can lose that job too. But we there. We at the finish line. We just need people to stay true to the cause. That's it. And when we win, this election, and I say we because I feel like I'm part of the team Clean House 2025, even if I ain't. We gonna party and celebrate like a motherfucker because we deserve it. Y'all don't understand. Dolton been through a lot. Nobody knew about the village of Dolton, 60419, until we found this corrupt criminal that tried to rob us. And thank God that we fought this fight all of these years. Because if we would have stopped, imagine what would be going on now. It would be a complete shit show. So I appreciate y'all for listening. I just wanted to get that out and really just say, like, let's just stay focused. Let's just stay the course. Let's stop all of the bickering and the arguing and everything else because it's not productive. It's really not. And we have to stay focused on the goal, which is to get her out of both seats. That's it. So, I'm not going to tell everybody what or who to vote for, but I do believe that Clean House 2025 have done the job. That's just my thoughts, my opinion. And I believe that they deserve to be able to get in there and to clean up the mess that Tiffany has messed up. They need to clean that house. What they supposed to say? You're going to get mad at me. We need to clean house and do a full sweep, meaning cleaning the village and then sweeping the fucking township. So, y'all already know that Tiffany thinks that she's going to win that township supervisor seat. And we already know that. We're not going to let her do that. I don't know why Chris Clark even put his name in the ring, but he needs to focus on Harvey and all of his corruption that's going on in Harvey. He needs to just fucking drop out of the race. But, yeah, that's it. I'll talk to you guys. Oh, let me show y'all something while I still got y'all on my live. Don't hang up on me. Y'all see what I just made for my favorite customer? Ain't this nice? Told y'all I was making stuff. And this one. I didn't make the bracelet with this one. But, nice, right? I got one more thing to show y'all. Hold on. Because I need to start promoting my own self. It's this Christmas time, and I gotta buy my kids Christmas gifts. Y'all see that? This is like a wine stopper. I have a whole bunch of different ones that I made. I have ink pens that I have. I am back to making bracelets. I can make this for your glasses. I ain't finished this yet. I just barely tied it, but I gotta customize it. We'll finish it right. But yeah, I'm just trying to do me. Trying to stay in my own lane, and just praying that it will get a better Dolton and a better Thornton Township 2025. Pieces.